Hey, what's up, you guys? FilmFan0599 here again, and welcome back to the universe of the BlueTubers. And today on Universe of the BlueTubers, I'm going to be doing another top 10 list. And today's top 10 list is going to be my top 10 favorite Weezer songs. Since the new album is coming out basically in a week now, man, that went by fast. But since their new album, Pacific Daydream, is coming out, I figured I'd come on here and talk about my top 10 favorite songs from them. Weezer is a band that I love very much. They are the ones that prove that nerds can be rock stars, and it's great. A lot of the music that they made over the years has been really good. Some of it not so great, but we still have some great albums from them, and we're going to be talking about my favorite songs from them. Now, once again, just like what I did with the Queens of the Stone Age one, if you don't see your favorite on here, that doesn't mean I don't like the song. Maybe I don't, but that doesn't mean that. It's just these are my favorite songs, and we all have our own different list. I highly doubt that someone has the exact same list as me, so I'm pretty sure many people have different lists. Just remember that this is my list, and these are just my personal favorites. These are not me saying these are the greatest Weezer songs of all time. No, these are just my personal favorites. So, and if you want to know honorable mentions, I do have honorable mentions in the description, so if you want to know what my honorable mentions are, they are down in the description down below. So let's stop beating around the bush. Let's get into the top 10 list with my number 10.
My name is Jonas. I'm carrying the wheel. Thanks for all you shown us.
So coming at my number 10 is My Name Is Jonas. My Name Is Jonas is the opening track, of course, off the band's debut studio album, Weezer, or the Blue Album, as, it's called now, obviously. But, the Blue Album is definitely my favorite album from Weezer, and you'll see that when it comes to later on in this list. But, My Name Is Jonas really starts off the album so great. Like, you hear this acoustic guitar in the beginning, just that doom, like, you just hear that acoustic guitar. And the beginning of this, then when River says, "My name is Jonas," just this loud instrumentation comes in, and it just, from then on, it is just crazy. Like, it has very loud instrumentation, which I like, and you'll see that with a lot of Weezer songs on here. I love just the, kind of weird lyrics to it. Like, I still don't know what this song is talking about. Like, I'm gonna be dead serious. I still can't even wrap around what this song is talking about. But it's great. I really love a lot of the lyrics to this song. Like, they're talking about grandma's tea and, choo-choo trains. Like, it's crazy. And I really love this song. It's my second favorite opening track to any of their albums. And I do think it's really great. It really starts off, with a bang. I love that. It's so great. I really love this song a lot. It just starts off the Blue Album with such a bang and just leaves you with your eyebrow raising because of the lyrics and stuff. But it's great. Like, I love the backing vocals to this as well, which, backing vocals are going to be a main thing I talk about with these songs because it's a big part of Weezer. And definitely the backing vocals help a lot with this song too. And I just love how it harmonizes with, River's voice and stuff like that. It's just really great. And it goes really well with the song. So yeah, My Name Is Jonas. Just what a rambunctious, explosion of a song to start off an album with. It's really great. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's one I go back to many times, and it is fantastic. What a way to kind of make your name with this song, and just to really just be like, hey, we're Weezer, this is our opening track, to our debut album, here you go, this is an explosion. That's just how I see it. And it's great. I love My Name Is Jonas, and it definitely deserves to come in as my number 10. So, yeah.
Singing.
So coming in at my number 9 is Perfect Situation. Perfect Situation is, of course, off the band's 2005 record, Make Believe. Now, Make Believe, I don't necessarily hate that record as much as most people, but it's definitely one of their weakest. But Perfect Situation, along with some other songs off the album, do really stand out. And obviously, Perfect Situation is the one that stands out to me the most on this record. And I think it's a really fantastic song. It's one of the first Weezer songs I was ever exposed to, and it still really holds up a lot. I still think it is a great tune. Of course, you hear that awesome guitar riff at the beginning of the song, and then just the addition of keyboards, to the song really adds a lot to me. And really what Rivers talks about in this song is kind of him being nervous to talk to girls and having low self-esteem with himself. And it's really great. Like, I love a lot of the lyrics to the song. Of course, the singing, that part, really great. Really love that a lot. Always will get me singing. And it's just really fantastic. I really love the song a lot, definitely, the backing vocals definitely do help with the song as well. Really, like, the best parts about the song are Rivers' vocals and the guitar riffs and also the added keyboards that really do help the song a lot. And, it's just really fantastic. Really just a song that really does hold up a lot to me. And, of course, just that awesome, awesome outro where we kind of hear the instruments just kind of slow down a bit, and then once we hear singing, nah, and then all the instruments come back in. It's just a really nice way to close out the song. And also, the song does have a really awesome guitar solo to it, which I really liked a lot. Definitely a very, very nice guitar solo. It was fantastic. So, yeah, Perfect Situation, definitely a great song. Definitely my favorite off of Make Believe, and definitely deserves to be on this list.
25, 30, 35, 40. You're older, you're colder. 5, 10, 15, 20.
So coming in at my number 8 is Cleopatra. Cleopatra is off of the band's 2014 release, Everything Will Be Alright in the End. And this is definitely the best release. Everything Will Be Alright in the End was definitely the best release that the band had in quite a while, because yeah, the previous ones were not that great, except for Harley. Harley was actually pretty good. But, this was definitely a nice return to form for the band. It was definitely a nice comeback record. And Cleopatra was definitely the best song released off of that album. It's really great. Like, it starts off with, like, kind of like a Western twang vibe at first. Like, you hear an acoustic guitar, you hear a harmonica. It's great. Like, just the way that the song starts off. It's fantastic. It's really glorious. And, it's really kind of mellowed down a bit in the instrumentation at first, like, but different from most Weezer songs, kind of just mellowed down from the instrumentation at first at least. And the lyrics are really good too, really talks about a, relationship between two people and, how their love is kind of weakening. They're not really loving each other as much as they used to. And it's really great. I really love the lyrics to it. Rivers Cuomo's vocals sound great on the song. The backing vocals are great too. And then when we get to the 5, 10, 15, 20, like when we get to that part of the song, and just the instrumentation just gets louder and it just explodes, it's great. Definitely Weezer knows how to, build up something and really explode in the chorus, which there's going to be more of that into the list later on. But just Cleopatra, like, I just love how that just does that. It just builds up and just explodes into the chorus. So yeah, Cleopatra definitely is my favorite song off of Everything Will Be Alright in the End. It's such a fun listen. And if you've never listened to Everything Will Be Alright in the End, listen to it. It's such a great album. It's definitely the band's, like I said, it's definitely the band's best album in like quite a while. And it's great. I really love it a lot. And definitely Cleopatra is the best song off of that album.
I don't wanna be an old man anymore. It's been a year since I was out on the floor, shaking booty, making sweet love all night.
So, coming at my number 7 is The Good Life. The Good Life, off of course, the legendary Pinkerton. Well, it wasn't legendary at first, but, The Good Life is definitely one of my favorite tunes off of Pinkerton. It's really, really great. Like, it starts off with this low guitar riff. It's kind of subtle. You hear dum 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 dum. Like, you hear that at first, and then you hear the drums and the bass come in. The bass line is really fantastic on this song. I really love the bass line to The Good Life. Like, the bass really does sound really great on this song. It's really fantastic. And yeah, it's just, this song is really kind of just, I really love kind of the, I don't know, I guess kind of sarcastic feel it kind of has to it, sort of. Like, I just love the lyrics to it, like in the opening, I looked in the mirror, can't believe what I see. Like, just, it's really fantastic. And Rivers' vocals sound really, really great with this song. He does a really great job. Like, the lyrics, like I said, are very fantastic. You know, he's kind of talking about his surgery. I guess that's what I read about it, and kind of that's what he's talking about, is his surgery, and trying to, you know, get back to when life was good before, you know, he had this surgery and whatever, and just being in pain so much, I guess. And it's really great. Like, you know, it has a nice little feel with the instrumentation. Then, of course, once you get to the chorus, explodes as usual, and it's great. I just love the explosion to it, and it's really funny, honestly, when you get to the chorus, like, shaking booty, making sweet love all the night. Like, it's just, that line always kills me in the song. It's fantastic. And the backing vocals, like I said, the backing vocals really do add a lot to these songs, and they're definitely a main part of Weezer's, you know, music a lot. Like, the backing vocals are a really important part of their music to me, and it's really great. Like, I really love how the backing vocals really sound with this, especially when it comes to the chorus. And then once they do the chorus for the second time, it kind of, you know, we get the loud, kind of, just out of control instrumentation, and it kind of slows down a bit. Like, kind of slows down, almost like, kind of like just, you know, it's very fragile, you know, it's like very, very, you know, soft and sweet, and then it kind of slowly turns back to that explosion of the instrumentation. It's great. I love how they do that with that on this song. And yeah, The Good Life is fantastic. I love The Good Life so much. And also, the music video is pretty humorous to the song too. If you've never seen it, definitely check it out. So yeah, The Good Life, great song. Definitely one of my favorites off of Pinkerton, and of course it's one of my favorites from Weezer in general. So coming in at my number 6 is Say It Ain't So. What else needs to be said about Say It Ain't So, man? But just what else needs to be said? This is definitely the band's most popular tune. This is the one that really skyrocketed them and really made them a huge hit. And just, man, it's such a great song. It really is. And there's a reason why this became the most popular song in their entire discography. There really is a giant reason. It's such a fantastic tune. It really is. I love Say It Ain't So much. Like, you kind of get this kind of slow instrumentation at first. You hear the doom 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 doom. Like, you just hear the nice little guitar, and then you hear the bass come in, and just the drums slowly but surely. And it's just so slow and soft at first, you know what I mean? Like, it's so great. And kind of, like, I have been moving, like, you just kind of move like this when you hear it, because it's just so relaxing and so kind of trippy at points. Like, it's so just relaxing and calm, the instrumentation to it at first. And then, you know, I really love the lyrics a lot too as well, kind of talking about some, like, alcoholism destroying a family. That's basically what the song is about, and it's really great. Like, I really love the lyrics and kind of how Rivers really sings those lyrics. Like, his vocals are really great on the song. And then, of course, after, you know, bottle is ready to blow, just that explosion that comes in. And then, of course, the say it ain't so, whoa, whoa, just that chorus coming in. And I love the reverse with it. What I mean by that is, you know, when he says, say it ain't so, your drug is a heartbreaker. And, you know, he sings, you know, again, say it ain't so, but he says, my love is a life taker. Kind of reversing it a bit. You know what I mean? Kind of reversing that a bit, which I thought was really, really cool with it. And just a nice little touch to the song, which is really fantastic. I really kind of love how, that really, how Rivers kind of switched that up a bit, because, it kind of would usually go, my drug is a life taker, my love is a heartbreaker, kind of, that's how it would be, but he switches it up with that, and I actually think it's really cool with that song, it's really fantastic. So yeah, and also the bass sounds fantastic on this song. The bass sounds really, really great as well. So does the drumming, and of course, as always, the backing vocals. The backing vocals sound fantastic as well. So yeah, saying ain't so. Like, what else do I need to say about the song that really hasn't been said already? But it's so fantastic. There is a main reason why this became their most popular song, and for good reason as well, because it's such a brilliant written song. The instrumentation to it is so great. How it builds to that explosion of a chorus is great, and of course that iconic opening guitar riff. It's so fantastic. Like, once you hear it, you know what song it is, and it's just great. I love Saying Ain't So much. It's definitely one of my favorites, obviously, because it's on the list, but it is great, and definitely was a good reason why it became their biggest hit. Coming in at my number 5 is American Gigolo. Now, I'm pretty sure not a lot of people do know what this tune is. American Gigolo is actually the opening track off of their 2002 released album, Mildrew, I do not know how to say the name of that, but it is off of their 2002 release, and it's definitely my favorite opening track from the band. I know a lot of people's favorite is My Name Is Jonas or Tired of Sex, but this one right here, American Gigolo, is my favorite. I love this song so much. Kind of just, when you hear the drumming at first, like when you just hear the drumming, and then of course that loud guitar riff, this is definitely the loudest instrumentation song that definitely Weezer has made for me personally. Like, I love just the loud instrumentation with this song. It's really great. It's kind of subtle once he starts singing the first verse of the song, and then once Rivers, once the chorus hits, it just explodes, and it's great. Like, I love it. It just explodes, the instrumentation, and Rivers' voice as well as the backing vocals. It's so great. It's such a fun tune to listen to and just get you all amped up. It's really, really great. It's definitely my favorite off of their 2002 release album. That's a really great record that I feel like goes underappreciated a lot, and definitely a lot of tracks that kind of get overlooked from it. And American Gigolo is definitely the best song off of that album for me, and I always go back to it and listen to it. It's really, really fantastic. I love American Gigolo, and it's such a fantastic tune that I really think does get overlooked, and it's really great. I really love it a lot. Like I said, it definitely has a nice loud instrumentation to it, and it's fantastic. So yeah, American Gigolo comes in at my number 5.
It's all that I can do right now. I'll make it up to you somehow. Meet you on the other side.
So coming in at my number 4 is Knockdown Dragout. Knockdown Dragout is definitely the band's most underrated song. Heck, the Green Album is one of the most underrated albums ever made. I love the Green Album so much. It's my second favorite release from Weezer. I love that album to death. It's so great. And Knockdown Dragout is definitely the best song off of that album. I love Knockdown Dragout. And also, oddly enough, it's the shortest song on my list. It's only 2 minutes and 8 seconds. And just the way that they get their point across in that short of a time span, they do it well. You hear that, nice little guitar riff in the beginning, which is great. I love it so much. And the way, Rivers' vocals sound on the song too, and the way that the backing vocals really do harmonize a lot with with Rivers' voice and stuff like that, really adds a lot to the song as well. And it's really great. Like, I really love how it kind of adds with the song and kind of adds with Rivers' voice. It really makes their presence felt into the song as well. It's really great. Like, I love the chorus to it. I love a lot of the lyrics to it. Basically, kind of talking about kind of just really kind of trying to stop fighting in relationships, just start trying to love each other, I guess. That's really what the lyrics are talking about in this song. It's really great. I really love that with this song, and especially the way especially during the chorus when Rivers is singing and how the instrumentation sounds during that. It's really great. I really love Knockdown Dragout. It really is a nice little song that I definitely do think is the most overlooked song in their discography, honestly. It's fantastic. It's definitely my favorite song off the Green album. It's really, really great. If you never listened to it, please listen to it. Or if you haven't listened to the Green album, just listen to the Green album. It's so great. It gets so overlooked, really. It's so fantastic. So, yeah, Knockdown Dragout, without question, my favorite song off the album, and one of my favorite songs from Weezer in general. Definitely a very overlooked song.
Just like Buddy Holly. Oh, and you're married Tyler Moore. I don't care.
So coming at my number 3 is Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly, man, another iconic song. And for good reason as well. Just what a song, man. What an also nice little tribute to kind of that type of music, for that type of rock music from, you know, those ages with like Buddy Holly and stuff like that. What a nice little tribute that they also did with that, while adding that 90s alternative feel to it. It's really great. I literally love how they do that with this song, and it's fantastic. Of course, that opening line of "What's with these homies dissing my girl," and of course that just the iconic guitar riff with the song and the like, it's so great. It's so fantastic. It really is. I love it so much. And for a long time, this was actually my favorite Weezer song for quite a while, honestly. And you know, obviously it's still one of my favorites. It's literally my number 3. But you know, it's a really fantastic tune, and really became a hit for a good reason, because you know, the music video also really helped the song a lot too. Like, the music video, it's definitely the best music video the band has ever done. I love that music video so much, and you know, it kind of just adds the overall feel even more to this song than it already did before. And I just love the lyrics to it. Of course, that iconic chorus of "Ooh wee you, I look just like Buddy Holly." Of course, the iconic chorus to that song is so great. The instrumentation to it is fantastic. I love this song so much. It really is fantastic. And of course, when we get to bam bam knock on door, like, just when we get to that part of the song, it's great. Seriously, Buddy Holly, amazing tune. Like, you know, it really is, like, it's such an iconic tune for a reason, and definitely one of the biggest in their discography. And honestly, good, honestly, because it's definitely a song that's really fantastic, has some really great writing to it, really fantastic instrumentation, especially the guitar riffs with that song. It's really great. I love Buddy Holly so much. Definitely one of my favorites off of the Blue album, and it's definitely quite fantastic. So yeah, coming at my number 3 is Buddy Holly.
Yesterday I went outside with my mama's mason jar, caught a lovely...
So coming at my number 2 is Butterfly. Butterfly is the closing track off of their 1996 record, Pinkerton, and this is definitely, without question, the best closing track that the band has ever done. It's really emotional, honestly. Like, I always get so emotional while listening to this song, because it definitely is, because it takes, really what the song does, it takes the Pinkerton, the character of Pinkerton's viewpoint from Madame Butterfly, I believe, and it's just that tale. It's just kind of just really fantastic. It's the only full acoustic song that Weezer has ever done, actually. And kind of like with Good Riddance, Time of Your Life, I know this song came out before that, but kind of like with that song, it's really just Rivers and a guitar, and an acoustic guitar. That's all it is, for the most part, really, with this song. And it's fantastic. Like, the way that just he plays that acoustic guitar is great. Like, definitely one of my favorite uses of the acoustic guitar in any song. It's just so fantastic. Like, I love how he plays it, how his voice, like, how his vocals just sound on that song are just fantastic. Probably my favorite, like this and then my number 1, or probably my favorite vocal performance from Rivers in general. Like, I love his vocal performance on this song. It's just so emotional. Like, you feel that emotion when he is singing that song. You feel the emotion and stuff like that. And of course, that line of, in the beginning yesterday, I went outside, caught a lovely with my mother's mason jar, caught a lovely butterfly. Like, I just love that so much, and it's just so great. Like, I love how he sings those lyrics, how the acoustic guitar sounds with it. It's such a beautiful way to end an album. It really is. And it's definitely my favorite off of Pinkerton, and it's definitely the best closing track the band has ever done. Like, I really love how this album just wraps things up. And it's so fantastic. It's so emotionally invested. Like, you're emotionally invested while listening to this song. Because Rivers makes you emotionally invested with his guitar playing, his vocals, and the way, you know, these lyrics are written and stuff like that. And the way he sings them, of course. Like, it's so fantastic. I love Butterfly a lot. It's such a fantastic tune, and it's definitely the best off of Pinkerton, and definitely the best closing track they have ever done.
World has turned and left me here, just where I was before you appeared.
So coming at my number one favorite Weezer song of all time, and it is, of course, The World Has Turned and Left Me Here. I can go on for hours and tell you how much I love this song. This song is the perfect Weezer song to me. I love The World Has Turned and Left Me Here. One of, not just my favorite Weezer song, but one of my favorite songs of all time, just in general. I love this tune. It is, of course, track 3 off of the Blue album, and of course, obviously, since it's my favorite Weezer song, it's obviously my favorite song off of the Blue album. It's so fantastic. It really is. It's so great. Of course, you know, you hear that drum up, like you hear that drum in the beginning, and then, of course, it just kind of somewhat explodes, and you hear the electric guitar and also the acoustic guitar in the beginning of the song, too. It just, how it really just adds a lot. I really like that nice touch of the acoustic guitar in the beginning of the song. And of course you hear Rivers sing, "The world has turned," and then the backing vocals come in and sing, "and left me here." Like, I love, like, out of any of the songs that the backing vocals work the most to me, it's in this song. The backing vocals add so much. Like, I know I've been saying that a lot with these songs, but out of any song, they add the most to this one, the most out of any song in their discography. Like, I just love how they're singing, like, the second part of it. Like, you know, like I said, the world has turned, like, Rivers will sing it, and then when he says, "and left me here," they'll sing with him. Like, it's great. Just where I was before you appeared, like, they'll sing that part with him as well. It just adds so much to it. Like, it adds to already the greatness. You know, it was already great when Rivers was just singing it, but it's even more great once they start singing it with him. It's so fantastic. I love the instrumentation to it. It goes so nice with the song. I love the lyrics to it. You know, it's so fantastic. It really does add a lot, and really what the song, I guess, is talking about is someone that just broke up with their girlfriend, and that's really like the only thing he can think about now. And he just, you know, that's the only thing he can think about. And of course, that funny lyric of, you know, "I just made love to your sweet face," basically saying he just jerked off to a picture of her. It's funny. Like, that line always gets me with the song. It's so great. Like, it's so fantastic. I love it. And, you know, also I love when, you know, Rivers sings, you know, and in your place, like, once he, like, kind of just, you know, does that with the song, like, you know, he kind of says place like that, like, kind of like he's, like, angry and, like, fed up and stuff. Like, it just adds a lot to me. It's really great. Once he sings that part of the song again, it's really great. It adds a lot to me. So, yeah, just, like, the little details like that just are so great with the song. There's no other Weezer song to me that is more perfect than "The World Has Turned and Left Me Here." Without question, my favorite song from Weezer, from the great lyrics to Rivers' awesome vocals and guitar work with the song, to, you know, the backing vocals, which are probably my favorite part of the entire song. I just love how the backing vocals just add so much to the song. You know what I mean? It just really adds a lot to this song. It's really fantastic. I love The World Has Turned and Left Me Here. It's definitely, without question, my favorite song from Weezer. And that was my top 10 favorite Weezer songs. Hopefully you all enjoyed this list. I had a fun time making this video. I'm talking to you guys about my top 10 favorite songs from Weezer. Now, I leave the question to you. What are your top 10 favorite songs from Weezer? You leave that in the comments section below. And I'm FilmFan0599. And we will see you all later. Peace.